Some people do not have peaceful minds when the room gets quiet. They have locked rooms inside them that never turn off. A single message can become a courtroom in the chest. A small mistake can become a prophecy. And one quiet evening can become a trial against the self, with no witness coming. This is the strange burden of an intelligent mind that notices too much. It sees more exits, warnings, and hidden corners than other people notice. But sometimes every exit becomes another hallway with another locked door. The mind begins with one simple question. What if I am missing something? Then it asks another. What if this goes wrong? Then another. What if everyone else already saw it? By the time the world is silent, the mind is crowded. Intelligent people are often praised for seeing patterns before anyone names them. They notice the pause in a voice. They notice the sentence someone almost said. They notice the risk hidden under a normal day. This ability can make them successful. It can also make them tired. Because the same mind that solves problems can quietly invent new ones. It turns uncertainty into a puzzle, and puzzles feel unfinished until every missing piece has been found. So the thinker keeps returning. Back to the conversation, back to the choice, back to the look on someone's face, back to the future that has not happened yet. The outside world calls this being thoughtful. The inside world calls it being unable to stop. Most overthinking does not begin as fear with a dramatic entrance. It begins as responsibility. The intelligent mind whispers, if I can predict pain, I can prevent it. If I can understand everything, I can stay safe. If I can prepare enough, I will never be surprised. At first, this feels powerful. It feels like control. It feels like maturity. But slowly, almost politely, the gift becomes a cage. Every decision grows extra shadows. Every opportunity carries invisible traps. Every relationship becomes a map of possible losses. The mind stops asking, what do I want? It starts asking, what could destroy me? This is where intelligence turns against itself. Not because thinking is bad, but because thinking was given the wrong job. It was asked to remove all risk from life. It was asked to guarantee love. It was asked to predict other people. It was asked to make the future harmless. No mind can do that. So the mind works harder. It creates another theory. It searches for another sign. It replays another memory. It mistakes motion for progress. And the person begins to confuse thinking with living. They plan the conversation but avoid the call. They imagine the project but delay the first page. They study the decision until the moment passes. They search for certainty and lose their chance to move. This is why overthinking feels so convincing. It looks like wisdom from the outside. It sounds like caution. It even feels responsible. But underneath it is often a quiet refusal to be seen while vulnerable. To choose is to expose yourself. To act is to risk being wrong. To love is to accept incomplete information. To begin is to stop hiding in preparation. The intelligent person often believes they need one more answer, one more article, one more conversation, one more night to think. But the real problem is rarely missing information. It is the fear of becoming visible. Overthinking gives the illusion of privacy. Inside the mind, nothing can reject you. Nothing can fail in public. Nothing can prove you were wrong. So the mind becomes a theater. It stages arguments that never happen. It predicts endings that never arrive. It rehearses apologies nobody requested. It prepares for grief while life waits outside. And strangely, the thinker may look calm. They may look competent. They may even look impressive. But inside, they are carrying 1,000 unfinished futures. The escape does not begin with thinking less. That advice is too small for a mind like this. The escape begins with trusting thought less, especially when it sounds certain. Not every thought is a warning. Not every possibility deserves a plan. Not every discomfort needs an explanation. A thought can be loud and still be wrong. A fear can feel intelligent and still be fear. A possible future can feel real and still be fiction. The mind is a powerful instrument, bright enough to build whole worlds. But it was never meant to be a prison. The way out is smaller than the mind wants. Send the message, write the first line, make the ordinary choice. Let the body enter the room before the mind finishes the argument. Action gives reality a chance to answer. Reality is often kinder than imagination, and even when it is not, it is clearer. The intelligent mind does not need to disappear. It needs a different throne. It can advise, but it cannot rule. It can notice danger, but it cannot cancel life. It can ask questions, but it cannot demand perfect answers. Maybe peace is not the absence of thought, or a perfectly empty room. Maybe peace is the moment thought stops pretending to be destiny itself. The mind may still open 100 doors, but you only have to walk through one, and that is where life begins again.